an unexpected moment in one of the final days of the 2021 6th Street mass shooting trial. The suspect, 21-year-old DeAndre White, who was accused of murder, took the stand to testify in his own defense.
Jayla Washington has been following this case since the beginning. And Jayla, how did it seem when White was on the stand? He was there for about an hour?
Hey, good evening, Britt and Daniel. Yeah, he was on the stand for over an hour, and to me, he seemed nervous and remorseful, even eager to tell his side of the story in his own words. Now, when he was asked why he wanted to take the stand today, which, by the way, is very uncommon in these sorts of cases, his answer was simple. He said, everyone deserves to hear the truth. Now, the judge did not allow us to get video of White while he was on the stand, but he did testify, saying that he went on 6th Street that night with friends just to hang out. He said the two guys in his group who he wasn't close to seemed to have some issues with gang members out of Killeen. He testified one gang member in a ski mask approached him, appearing to be pulling out his gun, ready to shoot. That is a different account, though, than what other witnesses have testified during this trial. Some specific things that White said that stood out. First, he said, my sole focus was just on the dude with the ski mask because he was the one who was pulling out a gun and I did what I needed to do. Second, he told the court I didn't want to hurt anybody else. I just wanted to try to get them away. White says he wasn't honest with police about the shooting first out of self-defense because I was just scared and I didn't want to go to jail. Now, White, he did admit to lying to detectives 2 years ago, even hiding his gun, deleting text messages, cutting his dreads, trying to change his appearance after the shooting. White just kept saying, though, over and over that he was just scared and he knows that this was his fault, but again, did not mean to hurt anyone else. It's worth noting that while he was on the stand listening to this, surprising testimony today, his mother was present in the courtroom, as well as the family of the man who died in that shooting last year. That's Douglas Kantor. So very, very emotional. The jury just got released. We expect they might have a verdict as early as tomorrow. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we are going to let you hear some more sound from closing arguments, and we might possibly even hear from attorneys. I'm live downtown. Jayla Washington, back to you.
All right, Jayla, thank you very much.